I'm standing here at the Zinkern Stadium, and in minutes I'm going to have a meeting with one of the best football team here in Sweden, the Stockholm Mean Machines. The last year they only lost one game before the final game, as they lost. We're here today to know what did happen and what they have changed. The last season the Mean Machine was very close to be the Swedish champion. Only lost one game of 7 before the final game. What did happen to the Mean Machine to lose against the Crusaders?
We were not able to pull it off. We were the better team, but coaching-wise, we were not able to produce when it was really important. So it was up to the leadership. We was not able to pull it off. So hats off for Crusaders. They did their best game when it was the most important. So yeah, good fought.
So what have you changed for this season?
Tips here and there. Some new coaches, some new recruitments, some new schemes. And we are on the long stride onto the back top of Europe. So we have, of course, went back and see what we did wrong, and we have changed some of the stuff that we were not able to do good, and then we have continued the good things.
Today is a new season, and many things have been changed. Early, when the final game was over, it was writing the quarterback Timothy Moravik and the wide receiver Alpha Jallow should continue next season with the Mean Machines, but they don't. What did happen?
We had discussion with both of them, and we made the decision not to continue with them. Alpha has signed with the ELF team and played professionally in Germany, and then Tim Moravik was able to sign with the Crusaders. So it's lucky for him, lucky for them. So it's good.
So how did it feel for you?
It's okay, it's a part of the business. And me and Tim had a conversation, and we made a decision not to continue with each other. So I was off to Crusaders to sign him. I have no problems with it at all.
But it's not only Alpha and Timothy who have left the Mean Machines. Also other players go back to the home team from the beginning. Why?
There's a lot of guys there's a lot of guys, but there is a couple of guys that's decided to retire after losing the final, and some guys decided to go down to lower division, and I have all respect for that. It's a part of the business as well. And then we were able to recruit young guys that want to still on the uprise and want to take the next step. Have a couple of guys going to college, a couple of guys going to the CFL, some guys going to Germany and so on. So it's a process. Get a hold of young, striving kids that wants to be developed. That's a part of being a Mean Machinist. You want to develop or to achieve something. So it's a part of the business. When you feel that you have done on the big arena, sometimes you take a step back. You either quit or you might as well go to the division. It's a part of the business.
Explain about the drafted players from Canada, United States, and Europe. Why them? What is special?
This is kind of funny. When we on the travel back to top of Europe, we are able to, I don't know why. You probably have to talk to the Germans why they decided, but we were able to get a hold of both Mo and Alex is two of the best linemen available in Europe. And when they decided, I'm really thrilled about being able to get a hold of such good quality European players. But we have a strive to get back at the top of Europe. Then we get a hold of. You need to get a hold of the best European players as well. You need to have two really good Americans to even up the opposite American players in the opponent team, and then you need to get a hold of the best able Europeans. Then it's going to be up to Sweden versus Germany, Sweden versus Italy, or Sweden versus Austria, and we have beaten all those teams back in the days. So that's the thing of being best in Europe. You need to have the best possible imports, and then you have to have the best Swedes.
What made you to continue as a head coach for the Mean Machines?
But that was also a question. I made the decision back in 2015 to try to turn the boat around and take the program back to where it belongs. And that was a discussion we had. Should I step down? Am I done here? Was it? Am I done, or do I have something more to prove? And I really love doing this. It's the best. Of course, the best thing there is playing. But there's no way I was going to be able to, golfing or take out the boat or hunting. 5, 6 days a week, so many hours with your best friend, doing the thing you love with your best friends, because that's what my coaches is, to hang out and develop young players to be grown men. That's the best thing there is. So either you continue doing this, because I'm not done yet, we're going to go back to be the top. I want to win. I want to win the Champions League. And then there might be another challenge. But until then, I will continue. As long they might sack me. It depends on how good we are. If we're not able to develop, then they're probably going to sack me. That's a part of the business being a coach. Win, or otherwise you're not there anymore. So.
Is this the last season for you?
No, I'm going back to the top of Europe. And we are going to win Champions League 2025. We had the first time was to win the Swedish Championship in 2020, but we happened to do that in 2018, a little bit earlier. So that might happen to the Champions League as well. You never know. But guys with plans usually accomplish stuff. So we'll see.
How does it feel for you to be drafted as a Mean Machine player?
So I'm very lucky to have this opportunity, and I'm very lucky to get drafted. So I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to be a part of the Mean Machines organization.
Oh, it felt good. I was in contact with Pullback over like Christmas, and yeah, it was good news that he kind of texted me and gave me the opportunity to come to Stockholm.
It's incredible. I honestly feel like there's no place like Stockholm in the entire world. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And when I was reaching out to teams and coaches on continuing my playing career, I was very fortunate to be drafted by the Stockholm Mean Machines. I feel like Coach Pielbeck is a great leader, a great coach, and a great mentor, and he's really leading these guys in the right direction.
Do you think you are the right person to play for the Mean Machines?
I think I'm not the worst person, so I think I'm a decent player, and I'm a good teammate. So I think they had a really good pick with me.
Oh, of course I am. I'm ready to play, and I really want to compete for the SM gold.
Absolutely. However, I would rather have my track record show for itself. I love these guys. Over these past few years, we bonded as friends, and now I feel like we're family. So yeah, I feel like I'm right at home.
Tell us a special game as you special remember, as memory.
I can tell you about my championship game in 2017. It was my first year in the GFL, so that was special for me. And we didn't have that much substitute players, so I played a lot. And I think I had a really good game. I had 1 or 2 sacks, and I had 11 tackles, so I had a good impact of the game. So that was a special one for me.
I think it was like my first game as an adult in the men's team. It was for the Big Six, so it was like a bigger deal for me. And I just started where I came up from youth and had the opportunity to start as a right tackle, and it was just awesome, yeah. And of course, I mean, the first final I won in 17, it was such a nice experience for me, and it was just full of joy, and I really, really enjoyed it, of course.
In college, when I played at Southern Oregon University, we had a quarterfinal playoff game in Helena, Montana against Carroll College, and we woke up to negative winter blizzard conditions. It was a frozen field. It was like we were playing backyard football. My team came from behind in the second half, down 27 points, and we ended up winning the game and then winning the national championship that year.